Israel and India are key partners in the emerging world order of free nations that contribute to the security of the free world and that have technology-driven economies in line with the Pax Silica of the United States and the vision that was spelled out by Secretary of State Marco Rubio at the Munich conference a couple of weeks ago. Now, India, as we know, is the world's largest country, its largest democracy. It has a very important economy. Israel is the world's top leader in terms of technological innovation and security and defense. And the two countries are not only important partners, but they are also a key element of the IMEC trade route, which is kind of a competitor to the China-led Belt and Road Initiative. So I think that this visit of Prime Minister Modi is going to really symbolize and bring further this key partnership of those two democracies for the emerging world order led by the free world and by the United States.
All right, Emmanuel, I also want to know that, how significant is the address to the Israeli parliament by PM Modi?
So this is very significant. Very few world leaders have been given the opportunity to address the Israeli parliament. And this goes to confirm that Israel really relates to Prime Minister Modi as not only a key ally of Israel, but one of the world's most important leaders. And I think that this very unique honor is a symbol. It's a symbol of the importance of Prime Minister Modi, generally speaking, but for Israel in particular, as we face together, as I said, a very unstable world. The fact that the leader of the world's biggest democracy will address the parliament of the Middle East's only democracy is very symbolic indeed.
Emmanuel, I also want to talk to you about the fact that Israel is, of course, known as a startup nation. So how central is technology when it comes to diplomacy in this relationship?
Well, we know that today the key to long-term economic growth is technological innovation. It is not natural resources wealth, but it is technological innovation. And this is why Israel has been able to normalize its relation with many Arab countries in the Middle East, because they understand that their long-term growth cannot rely on the export of oil, but that they need technological diversification and innovation, hence their interest in Israel. Same thing for India. India faces very serious security threats come from Pakistan and China, but it's also, as we know, the world's biggest country in terms of population. And in order to produce long-term growth, it needs innovation. And Israel is a key partner not only for security, but also for technological innovation. And this is where India and Israel need each other.
Emmanuel, I want to understand from you now, how does Israel interpret India's parallel engagement with other West Asian powers?
Well, India, as a great power, can afford to have relations with different countries, even when those countries have conflicting interests. And that is something normal. That is something that Israel fully understands. But I think that traditionally, historically, India has been able to have a very diversified foreign policy as a leading country in what is called today the Global South, even though I'm not sure this is a correct expression. But India, as I said, has a great power, can indeed afford to have relations with sometimes countries that have conflicting interests. And I think Israel fully understands this.
Dr. Emmanuel Navon, I appreciate your time on NewsX today. Thank you for joining me.